It's been over 2 decades since Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer donned the iconic makeup of Peter Criss and Ace Frehley, and even after all these years, as the final curtain fell on their End of the Road tour, many of us longtime fans still can't shake the feeling of discontent. We've watched as Kiss evolved, transformed, and even transcended generations, but this particular decision, it's always felt like a misstep, a move that strayed from the band's original ethos of individuality and innovation, a misstep that lasted for 2 decades. Sure, Kiss is a brand, a powerhouse in the world of rock and roll, but this? Having Singer and Thayer step into these roles so deeply intertwined with the identities of Criss and Frehley always felt like a shortcut, a way to tap into nostalgia without fostering the originality that Kiss once stood for. It's not just about preserving the brand, it's about respecting the legacy. Each member of Kiss was more than just a musician, they were a persona, a unique character that brought something irreplaceable to the table. We've grappled with this for years, debated it amongst ourselves, and even as the band took its final bow on December 2nd, 2023, there's a part of us that still wishes things had gone differently. That Singer and Thayer could have been given the chance to carve out their own larger-than-life alter egos, to contribute to the Kiss legend in their own right, rather than stepping into the shadows cast long ago. This isn't to diminish their talents or contributions, but rather a longing for what could have been, a continuation of Kiss's tradition of reinvention and individuality. Remember when Vinnie Vincent and Eric Carr joined the band? They got their own personas, their own identities. That was the spirit of Kiss, reinvention, creativity, and adding something fresh. But these last 20 years, it's like they've just slapped on a coat of nostalgia and called it a day. Where's the originality? Where's the respect for what Ace and Peter brought to the table? I've been a fan of Kiss since I was a kid, and the band was always about more than just music. It was about the characters, the personas. Each member wasn't just a musician, they were a superhero, a larger-than-life figure. But for quite some time now, especially with Singer and Thayer in those makeup designs, it just feels like we've lost that. They're great musicians for sure, but by wearing that iconic makeup, rather than being allowed to become their own characters, it all just felt, and feels, a bit hollow. It's not just about the makeup either, it's about what it represents. Ace's spaceman, Peter's catman, they were extensions of who they were, their personalities. You can't just pass that down like a hand-me-down costume. Kiss used to be trailblazers, but this move felt like they were just playing it safe, sticking to what's worked before instead of daring to be different. And although Peter and Ace technically sold their makeup rights to Paul and Gene, the move still feels strange even after all these years. I've seen the arguments too. I've heard what Simmons and Stanley have said about the brand and all of that stuff, and from a business standpoint, I totally get it. But to me, and to a lot of fans, Kiss was never just a brand, it was a revolution, and part of that revolution was each member bringing something unique to the table. By not giving Singer and Thayer their own personas, it feels like we've lost a piece of what made Kiss, well, Kiss. Reflecting on the past 20 years, it's striking to think that Eric and Tommy have been donning the iconic makeup for so long at this point. Now, with their final tour and the very last show behind us, I can't help but feel a sense of missed opportunity. While they served Kiss remarkably well over the last 2 decades, transcending their roles regardless of the makeup, there was a chance for them to carve out their own unique identities within the band, a chance that, sadly, was not fully embraced. Despite this, My admiration for Kiss overall has not waned. Its blend of audacious spectacle and rock and roll continues to hold a special place in my heart as one of my all-time favorite bands. Their legacy is undeniable, yet I can't help but wonder what could have been if Eric and Tommy had been given the space to fully express their individual artistry in the Kiss saga, by donning their own personas, their own costumes, and their own makeup designs.